Faith. Merriam-Webster dictionary definition defines faith as the belief of something for where there is no proof. No proof. So therefore, in order to have proof for it, faith would no longer be able to be faith. What I'm trying to get at is, I've been thinking long and hard about this video, longer than any other video that I have ever done, mostly because there are things that have happened that have to do with my family lately that has gotten me, because it has to do with the most special person in my entire life. And it's hard for me because I know that the things that this individual wants, the things that this individual desires, the things that this individual claims all divine guidance for, is not going to get what they're praying for when it comes to me. And I am a believer of the ideals of tolerance and equality, that all people, regardless of race, sexual orientation, gender, hair color, have the right as human beings to believe and choose as they will. Those are my ideals, and I stand to them. And in no way will I be hypocritical to them just because other people are unwilling to show me the same respect, because they refuse to follow an ideal that is not backed up by their third party, omnipotent, almighty voice. I've never had a problem with people of faith and religion. I have many friends of many different faiths and religions, some that I even participate in, because I find them to be fascinating. But what we need to understand here is that there is an epidemic throughout our country and throughout the world right now, where people will back away from themselves and will choose a book or a piece of paper or an all-divine deity. They will step back and they will push these things forward, and they will not think for themselves, but will allow these things to think for them. It's funny because I've noticed not all, but a lot of people of faith also become people of no proof. They're unwilling to accept real proof, and yet they require everybody else to have proof of why they're wrong. But you cannot prove them wrong with your own thinking. We can't prove them wrong with their own secular thinking that to be discriminating towards homosexuality is not good. Bigotry and discrimination is wrong. But you can't argue that to them in a secular, worldly way. You must come at them, according to them, with their own prooflessness, if that's even a word. Because they are devoted and unwilling to deny the truth that they have, for which there is no proof, unless you come at them with their truth that has no proof, and eliminate their ideals by putting up their own faith in front of them. That's the only way that you can speak to these people. you would have to take their own Bible, prove to them through the Bible why homosexuality is right and normal, just like being heterosexual. But we in the real world know that that's not possible. And that's not possible because the Bible has no legitimate grounds. And that's not me bashing religion, that's me respecting the truth of what religion is, of what the Bible is. And that is faith. And faith is defined as belief for where there is no proof. So to search out proof for a faith is essentially destroying your faith. Because if it has proof, then it's no longer faith. And if it's no longer faith, then it's the same thing as what I believe. Suddenly you're back to square one. Suddenly your claims have just much legitimacy as mine. Making us equal. Something we already are, but it takes longer for some people to realize. And you know, this conversation is so complex for me. It's so hard to talk about this because at the same time I'm also thinking about this person who's not doing well right now. Somebody that I love more than anybody on the face of this earth. And I know that they suffer through needless pain because they are convinced of an absolute certainty that who I am is wrong. And yet they would not say that that's what they believe. They would say that's what God tells them, because that's what God believes. And so therefore, if I do not come at them with the Bible, then my answers have no, they mean nothing to them. So what can be done about this? What can be done? Should I sit here and get angry and become a hypocrite and refuse to respect their beliefs because they will not respect mine? Is that what needs to be taught? Is that what needs to be done? Will that create a better world, a more tolerant society? Give back what you receive? I'm going to say no. I know many people who do not respect anything about me, so much to the point that they don't believe that who I am is even really me. And they also don't believe that I have enough common sense to understand exactly who I am. Showing a tad bit of arrogance. That they can sit there and say that they know more of who I am than I can. Which we all know is impossible, because nobody can know themselves better than themselves. Now, you stand up, and you live what you say. And I have many people who do not respect me, and yet I will respect each and every one of them. Now, what is respect for them? Respect for them is not changing who I am, denying myself, changing the way I act, changing the way I dress. Respecting them is allowing them to say what they need to say, and then to be able to be around them and love them, which is exactly what I am going to do. You want to say you're going to respect people? Then respect them. Respect doesn't mean change people to make you